Dr. Seuss once said, "Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not." This quote goes well with what I will be talking about today. In my last speech, I talked about how I got interested in horticulture through my hobby. Today, I will be talking about the future of horticulture, the problems that we are facing today, as well as the future and how to overcome them. Around the world, ecosystems are being ripped apart as a result of demand for furniture, flooring, lumber, and other building materials. Trees are used to make paper, packaging materials, pencils, and fuel for cooking and heat. Years of irresponsible exploitation have destroyed these forests. In the United States, 90% of continental indigenous forests have been removed. There are two categories that deforestation has gone into: selective logging and clear-cut logging. Selective logging involves taking only trees of high value and selling them. Clear-cutting is taking the trees in an area and clearing the entire forest. When forests are cut down, the heavy equipment that is used often damages the surrounding trees. 40 of the 100 trees die from just one tree being selectively logged. Logging the trees causes erosion, which is a huge problem because trees and leaf litter are nutrients for the soil and forest. They also prevent erosion by absorbing water. This keeps the nutrients in the topsoil from washing away. Logging is also changing the climate fast. Trees store carbon and release oxygen, but the problem is when forests are harvested, carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. These are many problems that are developing into the future, but with the help of you and I, we can come up with new solutions to the one I will tell you about. The first solution is consuming less, eating sustainable food, and choosing recycled or certified sustainable wood products. This helps reduce deforestation. Banning clear cutting of forests has been talked about through many different organizations as well. With banning clear cutting comes reforestation, better known as planting new trees. The U.S. Forest Service has worked together in communities and parks on planting new trees and hopes to repopulate the earth with new ones. Pura Vida, a nonprofit organization, gives 5% of their purchase of the One Tree Planted bracelet, as the one I am wearing today, to help with reforestation. Now I will discuss climate change and horticulture. Climate change has a huge impact on agriculture, horticulture, environment, and health all over the world. Climate change impacts agriculture and horticulture. When the changes happen drastically, it affects the soil decomposition, nutrients, and how much moisture the soil can hold. An example of bad soil is the one that I am holding here today. It is dead. I was not aware of the proper soil to use and that it would not drain when I transplanted it. But an example of good soil is the bag that I am holding. It has proper nutrients and it holds the right amount of water. Although climate change impacts the soil, this is not the biggest problem that we will be facing. Over the past few years, the amount of carbon dioxide that has been emitted into the atmosphere has skyrocketed fast. Humans increase carbon dioxide levels due to the emissions of fossil fuels, land use, agriculture, and deforestation. The problem with this is there are too many people contributing to the problem, but there are not enough people to help solve the problem. Now I will tell you about the generation problem in the horticulture industry. As older plant growers, nursery managers, and groundskeepers reach retirement, there are fewer people to replace them. The largest concern is finding the next generation of greenhouse growers. John Dole, Associate Dean of College of Agriculture and Life Sciences at North Carolina State, says, "We have more employers calling us than we have students to fill the jobs." Another research program, known as Seed Your Future, has spent almost 5 years defining the problem. Researchers for Seed Your Future found that no middle schoolers they quizzed have ever heard of horticulture. This is a major problem because young Americans lack basic awareness of plants and their value. A campaign that Seed Your Future has come up with is called Bloom. Bloom uses social media platforms to make connections between plants and topics that interest 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. This connects horticulture with sports, fashion, food, and cosmetics. Other solutions they are seeing improvement on are YouTube videos featuring the head groundskeeper of the Baltimore Orioles and a horticulturist at the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens in Florida. In conclusion, Dr. Seuss has called upon all of us to take an active role in the care of our plants on Earth. Together, we can begin to get our future generations involved in horticulture and to minimize the impact of deforestation and climate change. Thank you.